A very good morning to Dr. Azza and all my friends. In this video, we will be talking about sleeping hour among UPSI students. Me and my groupmate had agreed to choose this title as our research for our assignment.
Hi, my name is Nushamini binti Mama Izam. Now let's see population and sample is to carry out the investigation about different female and male UPSI students of their sleeping times. We carry out a Google form and split it among students. As the result, we get a total of UPSI students, including both gender, is 73 people.
The objective of our study is first, to determine the parameter estimation between female and male on their sleeping hour. Second, to determine the hypothesis test about the difference between female and male UPSI student of their sleeping hour. And lastly, to identify the variance for male and female UPSI student of their sleeping hour either different or not.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurin Jasiza binti Rahman. The instrument of our survey is by using questionnaire research method, 73 participants, which from 58 female and 15 male. The question contains gender, faculties, semester, program, CGPA, and sleeping time hours. We use the three statistic methods. Method 1 is estimation of the mean to population. Method 2, hypothesis test about the mean to population. Method 3, hypothesis test about the population variance to variance.
As for our respondent background, we got a total of 70 respondents, which includes 58 females and 15 males. Most of the students that answered our survey are coming from semester 1, which are 50 persons. And most of the students are from faculty science and mathematics, which are 43 persons. Now, we are going to finding and analysis data. In statistics, it is important for us to find mean, variance, and standard deviation. So in order for us to find those three, the first thing we are going to do is we listed out the data from the Google form. So this is the data that we listed out. We did two population, which is female and male. So this is the range sleeping time for female and the range sleeping time for male. After that, we calculate the mean for female and mean for male. The formula for mean is x bar equal to sum of x over number of samples. And the mean for female is 7.25 and as for male is 3. Then we calculate the variance for female and male. The variance for female is 13.0877 and as for male is 3.7142. Next, we calculate the standard deviation for female and male. The standard deviation for female is 3.6177 and as for male is 1.9272. The first method is parameter estimation of two population. From the survey, we let x bar 1 and x bar 2 be the means of two respective samples which are female and male. From the information given, we get that for females is n equals to 58, mean equals to 7.25, and the standard deviation is 3.6177. And as for male, we got n equal to 15, mean equal to 3, and standard deviation equal to 1.9272. Note that in this question, we use alpha equals to 0.80. After that, we calculate S subscript x bar 1 minus x bar 2, and the formula given is square root of S1 over N1 plus S2 over N2. And the answer that we get is 1.9680. After that, we are going to find the Z value from the normal distribution table. and the Z value for 80% of confident interval is approximately 1.29. Next, we are going to find the 80% confident interval for mu1 minus mu2 by using this equation, which is x bar 1 minus x bar 2 plus minus z times s subscript x bar 1 minus x bar 2. So what are we going to do here is just substitute the number, and we got the final answer as 1.6113 to 6.6887. Thus, with 80% of confidence, we can state that the difference between the means of sleeping hours between female and male is between 1.6113 to 6.6887 hours.
Method 2 is by chapter 2. Hypothesis test about the mean population. By referring to the survey, 73 respondents switched from female and male UPSI students using the 20% of significant level determine whether the mean of sleeping times for all female students is higher than the mean of sleeping times for all students. Solution. Step 1. State the null and alternative hypothesis. The null hypothesis is mu1 minus mu2 equal to 0. The alternative hypothesis is mu1 minus mu2 greater than 0. Step 2. Select the distribution to use. Because n1 is greater than 30 and n2 is less than 30, we assume the data is normally distributed. So, we use the normal distribution to perform the hypothesis test. Step 3. Determine the rejection and non-rejection region. The significant level is 20%, so alpha is 0.20. From the Z table, we can get the critical value is 0.84, and it falls in rejection region, which is reject H null.
Next step is step 4, which is calculate the value of the test statistic. The value of the test statistic Z is computed as follows. By using these two formulas, we can find the value of test statistic Z, which is 6.1782. Last step is make a decision. Because the value of the test statistic Z equal to 6.1782 and it fall in the rejection region, we reject the null hypothesis. Therefore, we conclude that the mean of sleeping hour for female student is higher than the mean of sleeping hour for male student.
Okay, next, I'm Nur Atira and Shamimi will explain more about our third method that we use, which is hypothesis test about the population variance for two variants. Let me read the question first. In this survey, 73 respondents are involved and all of them are from two genders, which is male and female. The data shown below using alpha 0.05 is there enough evidence to support that the variance for male and female UPSI students of their sleeping times are different. For female, N1 is 58 and the standard deviation is 13.0877. For male, N2 is 15 and the standard deviation is 3.7142. For standard deviation solution, you can find at the previous method. So let me solve this question together. For this question consists of 5 steps of solution. So step 1 is state the hypothesis and identify the claim. The null hypothesis is variance are equal and for the alternative hypothesis is variance are not equal. For step 2, find the critical value. We are using the table alpha 0.025 table, sin alpha 0.05 and this is the two-tailed test. Degree of freedom for numerator is 57 and degree of freedom for denominator is 14. So from the information provided, we find the critical value which is 2.625. Next step is compute the test value. The formula is F equal to standard deviation 1 over standard deviation 2. Calculate it and you will get 3.524. For next step, I will pass to Shamimi to continue until get the last answer.
So, let's continue our solution to get the last answer. For step 4, we will make a decision. Either we will reject or not reject the null hypothesis. So, for this question, we will reject the null hypothesis since test value f is 3.524 is greater than the critical values which is 2.625. For the last step is summarize the result that we already calculate. There is enough evidence to support the claim that the variance for male and female UPSI students of their sleeping times are different. We also find the p-values for the f-test statistic. For alpha 0.10, the f-test statistic is 1.862. For alpha 0.05, the f-test statistic is 2.231. For alpha 0.025, the f-test statistic is 2.625. For alpha 0.01, the f-test statistic is 3.197. For alpha 0.005, the f statistic is 3.675. So, from the table above, the test value is f equals to 3.524 is false between. In this case, 3.524 falls between 3.197 and 3.675. Hence, the p-value for the right tail test for f equals to 3.524 falls between 0.05 and 0.001. 0.01 is less than f and f is less than 0.05. We can conclude our method in chapter 3 that we use to identify the variance for male and female UPSI students of their sleeping time, either different or not already approved.
In conclusion, the study analysis respondents are from student University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. The pie chart show most respondent is female with 79.5% and other respondent is male which is 20.5%. The estimation mean, variance and standard deviation of sleeping hour for female is 7.25, 14.0877 and 3.6177. Meanwhile, for male is 3, 3.7142 and 1.979272. Next, through hypothesis test about the mean, we can conclude that the mean of sleeping time for female student is higher than the mean of sleeping hour for men, which prove that the female student tend to sleep more than male student. Lastly, the hypothesis test about the population variance found that there is enough evidence to support that the claim that the variance of sleeping hour for female student and male student are different. Thus, the method that we use is approved.